Hello everybody and welcome back to the podcast of Law Talk Service with the Faculty of Law in the Universitas Veteran Jakarta with me Faiz Fauzin Zulfikar and the host, and today for our superstar Mr. Associate Professor Nazli Bin Ismail. Doctor, before we start, how's life in Indonesia so far?
Alright, thank you very much Faiz.
Yes.
I've arrived in Jakarta last Sunday. So now it's my fifth day already. So fifth day already. I think more or less about almost the same. The weather, the food. No, I think there's nothing much different. Of course, there are some differences, but nothing much different.
Nice. So for context, everybody, Dr. Nazil is one of the rector. Correct, is a professor from the Faculty of Law in the Universiti Sultan Zainal Abidin or UniSZA, Malaysia. Before we start, maybe we can talk about how the digital law in Malaysia also follow up with the recent technology improvement.
Okay, thank you very much. So if we are going to discuss about the historical development of cyber law, yes, or IT law in Malaysia, it started back in 1998. Back in 1997, the first three cyber laws passed by the Parliament are the Computer Crimes Act 1998, and then the Digital Signature Act 1997, and then as well as Telemedicine Act 1997. But these three statutes or these three acts does not focus on social media and others, because at that time we still do not have any FB and so on and so forth. So a year later, in 1998, the government felt that the current enforcement agencies is not really suitable or appropriate to regulate cyberspace. Before 1998, we only have police department. Then we have other enforcement agencies, but the police is not really the best regulator to regulate cyberspace. For that reason, in 1998, the Parliament passed two important laws, namely number one, Communication and Multimedia Act 1998, as well as MCMCA, Malaysian Communication and Multimedia Commission Act 1998. Okay, the second law, MCMCA, in short, is the law that established SKMN, Suruhanjaya Komunikasi Multimedia, Suruhanjaya Komunikasi Multimedia or MCMC, Malaysian Communication and Multimedia Commission, the main regulator that regulate activities in the cyberspace. And the source of authorities is from the CMA 1998. So starting from 1998 until today, all activities online will be monitored, will be supervised by MCMC, Malaysian Communication and Multimedia Commission, until today. Right. And then after a few years, as the IT develops and grow, there are many tools, there are many applications, and so on and so forth. And the government feel that we need to have another set of law. So starting from 2005, we have E-Commerce Act 2005 to support, to complement the existing National Law Contracts Act. So 2005 we have E-Commerce Act, and then we have E-Government Activities Act, and so on and so forth. Then lately, or end of last year or early this year, the government made amendment to the 1998, the CMA, because there are many offensive remarks, there are many illegal comment or unlawful comment, be it on FB, be it on IG, and so on and so forth. And then because of the rising cases of cyber crimes, okay, we have so many cybercrime cases to the extent that there are many victims committed suicide because they have been bullied every day. They have been bullied on IG, they have been bullied on TikTok, and so on and so forth, to the extent that last year, one TikToker, he's not child, he's already 30 years old, a lady, she committed suicide one day after she lodged a police report against her bully. So she lodged police report against two bullies They always bullied her, and then one day later, she was found dead. She committed suicide.
Oh, I see.
So this incident prompted the government to revise the earlier law 1998, and then the government revised the law, and then we have specific law to regulate cyberbullies. And this year, 2025, the government is planning to introduce and pass Cybercrimes Act 2025 soon, inshallah.
Soon, inshallah. So it's really start from a really general, broad idea that the digital cyberspace must be regulated by the nation.
Yeah.
And then starting from 2005 and so on, they start to follow with the recent technology improvement, including IG and then media social. So how about we take the very further? How about an artificial intelligence and deepfake?
Okay.
Does it collect into the 2025 agenda?
2025, the government established the NIO. NIO stand for National AI Organization, National AI Organization, and then they have come up with the national policy on AI. Like it or not, we should embrace the technology.
Yeah.
Like we embraced the internet in 1990s. Like it or not, we should embrace AI as well. Even though we believe that AI will not replace human, but those who have knowledge about AI will definitely have no advantage over those who have no knowledge about AI at all.
Yeah,
So for that reason, we need to embrace.
Yeah, so we cannot really fully avoid it then, or even against it. It's
No.
with the recent technology. Okay, speaking about this recent technology, that means aside from the law, there must be some kind of enforcement done, right?
Yeah.
Like how do we exactly know that something is wrong or illegal? Because it is the internet. There is a saying says that nobody know who are you in the internet, and I think that's really still relevant still today, because sometimes we know that people using fake account and then so on, and then do some unlawful things, even though sometimes we think that it's just a normal thing, but then we didn't know that it's actually much more dangerous, such as the case that someone got suicide because when she report the bully, turns out the police doesn't really follow up the case and then lose, and now it make a real impact in the society.
Yeah. Okay, right. I beg to differ. Number one, we have digital footprints. So any activities that we did in the cyberspace can be traced by forensic expert. And then we have forensic expert under the cybersecurity by the government. So it takes time to detect the location of the offenders, the location of the culprit, those who make illegal action. It takes time, but finally the cybersecurities, the digital expert can trace them. So in the past, we have cases whereby the offenders use pseudonym, fake name, fake account to insult the king, one of the king in Malaysia. And then so he thought that he's going to go free because he used fake account, and then he even throw his phone. So that the IP cannot be
traced back.
Yeah, but after sometimes the police arrest him, and then the digital forensic can trace him, and he brought to the court and I think he was sentenced to imprisonment for making hate speech against the king.
Oh, it's really amazing actually, because considering the one who did it throw its phone, the physical form of it, and still trace back. It's really interesting. So how about this? So, how do I put it? But in Malaysia have an independent and a dedicated government body for that kind of thing. Is it like mixed with the police, or is like entire different thing with the police?
Independent from the police.
Independent
from the police under different ministry.
Under the ministry.
Under different ministry, but they work together.
They
work together because sometimes you need police to conduct raid, to get search warrant and so on and so forth. So they work together. The cybersecurity and the police department, they work together. But the cybersecurity, they have so many experts, IT experts and so on and so forth.
Oh, I see.
So they work together, they collaborate together, but they are under different ministry. Under different ministry.
So there's like the two separate department.
Separate department.
Oh, I see. This is really interesting because that means we can actually cross-check the result then.
Yeah.
Okay, about the that means this one under the ministry also the one who conduct like monitoring the cyberspace.
Yeah,
right?
Ministry of Digital.
Is there any like limits about what they can do? Does they only can check the public timeline, or they can actually request like the private one, or the one who already deleted maybe in the IG, Facebook, if there is suspicion that this content is illegal and unlawful?
In the past, even if you delete all your content, the enforcement agencies can still request from the administrator, because your communication are stored in the cloud. Even though you think that your IG account is under your name, all comments, all posts will be kept confidential. But please bear in mind, it belongs to another company.
Yes.
It belongs to Meta, for example, and the police can ask directly, or cybersecurity can ask directly from the Meta, and then when given notice by the police, for example, then they must cooperate. All the records are there.
I see. So that means the government does not work directly by themselves, right? That means they must have a
Collaboration with the private sector as well.
the private sector for the company. Is there any like specific mechanism, like maybe in Indonesia we have the thing called, I think it's PSE. Basically, any private company who wants to run the cyberspace like the social media have to register themselves to the minister.
True, the same. I think the same mechanism need to be registered and licensed by the relevant authorities. You cannot simply open up your company, set up your company, and offer the services. No, you must get licensed.
It's also getting licensed first from the government.
Registered and then licensed. Registered the company and then licensed to get appropriate license before they can offer their services to the public, to the consumer.
Oh, so that means the government still have power to stop if there is something unlawful happen in the social media.
Definitely.
I
Definitely.
see. It's really interesting though. So the government does not only work for us. I think that's mean the private company. How about we talk about something bigger? How about between nations? Is Malaysia, as far I know, is already a big nation that have also quite big influence in the digital cyberspace. Yes, much I aware. Does that mean Malaysia actually have some kind of a mechanism, or maybe an ongoing working together within the maybe Asian region, or maybe international with the other country?
Yeah. Okay. I think end of this month, October this month, the government is going to sign the international convention, because we know that the nature of cybercrime is borderless in nature. It is borderless in nature, so it's not bound by certain geographical boundaries. That's why we need collaboration from other enforcement agencies from other countries, because the offenders may live in other countries. For example, the offender may live in Australia, for example, but the victim in Malaysia. The victim, for example, bullying, the bullies may be from Australia, but the victim is Malaysian. So the police need cooperation from other countries. That's why we sign international treaties. There are 2 international treaties coming. It's going to be signed soon. One by the end of this month, so that any enforcement can be effective. If not, then the culprit can go free, because we only have jurisdiction within the country. Then it is. We need to have extraterritorial application of the law. Extraterritorial meaning beyond our shores, beyond our boundaries.
I think that's really, it's really not only bare minimum, but I think it's really needed by the country, because who knows, internet is big one. There's actually one of the idea of the internet to connect people without seeing the distance and time. But I think it's really indeed with the online consequence that people become not limited again by the distance. And then let's see the next one about the data privacy and the data privacy. This one is a really hot topic, because we all know people love privacy. People always want have a site that there's not only them who have it, and then they only share with the one who trusted. Does Malaysia have a specific regulation that control about data privacy? I mean in the sense like, yes, we do understand that we might need to register our ID, but who can guarantee that this will not be misused by the illegal people or the unknown entity in case that information got leaked in the internet?
Right. Very good question. This is a very hot topic nowadays.
Yes.
Please bear in mind, data is considered as new oil. Now,
Yes.
it is very priceless. You must protect your data, because data is our new oil. Okay. In terms of regulation, we have personal data protection passed by the Parliament in 2010. So, and then of course, when after a while, there are some lacuna, there are some loophole in our law. So after a while, there's a revision, and end of last year, the Parliament revised the PDPA 2010 so that it reflects the current changes.
So it's also evolving with the technology.
Yeah.
I see.
But the PDPA 2010 also incorporate all the data principle, the data retention principle, the consent. Before the data user can collect your data, you must get consent from the data subject. We are the data subject. We are the users. For example, if you want to subscribe to a telco, if you want to subscribe to telco companies, so we fill up the form. We write down our name. We write down our permanent home address and so on and so forth. These are all data. So we must give consent before the telco, the data user can use our data. So there are 10 data principles. Then all the data user must abide by the data principle as laid down in the PDPA.
Right. But does Malaysia have like a really oddly specific, because I think in many Europe countries they consider data is not only what your ID name but including the physical, like what your face looks like, what your voice is.
Yeah.
Is that accommodated in the new revision?
Yeah, we adopt the international standard in terms of the definition of personal data as well as sensitive personal data. Of course, your facial expression covers as well, because we adopt the international standard, international definition, so that it is not different from other countries.
So it's also mean including like your DNA and so on.
Yes, sensitive personal data is considered sensitive personal data. Your medical records
Is
sensitive. It's not only personal data; it's considered as sensitive personal data with higher protection.
Voice higher protection. This means it's really a priority to protect this kind of thing.
Sensitive personal data.
It's really interesting. So let's see. And then what about in case we as the data subject felt that maybe our data get misused by some unknown actor? Is there anything we can do?
We can report to the commission. There is a separate authority, separate body that is in charge of personal data. PDPA commission. I forgot the full name, but there is a specific regulatory body that monitor the implementation of PDPA. So if we feel that our data has been leaked by irresponsible data user, report to the commission. Then commission will do investigation. If it is true that the data user is responsible for leaking our data, then the regulator, the commission, can impose fine to the data user.
That means we as the data subject might get some.
No,
we
are not getting any monetary compensation.
No.
But the imposition will be on the data user, on the companies that leak the data. So once the commission impose heavy data on the data user, it will make example to other data user. Please be careful. Not you will be fined heavily by the commission.
So that means the solution that give is we punish the one who become the data provider instead giving us the subject the compensation.
At the moment, there is no right to claim compensation.
There is no right.
At the moment.
I see. It's really interesting because in Indonesia we also have the PDP that basically also do the same, that data must also be protected by whoever holds the data, and then in terms of media social we also have the ITE law, which basically means anything we share, anything we up to the internet must also bear the responsible, because again, just because the internet is free, it doesn't mean we can do anything about it. Right. So let's see. Next, that means according to the law, this also bind to the private company as well because they register. Is there any mandatory responsibility that the Malaysian government give to the private sector that if they found something, they can take action with and report it to the Malaysian, or they only report it and the Malaysian government authority will take it by their own hand?
There is a responsibility on the data user to report as soon as possible, if I'm not mistaken, within 48 hours. To the commission.
48 hours.
Yeah, within 2 days, 48 hours. Yeah.
2 days.
As soon as possible.
As soon as possible is preferred. But the limit is 2 days.
If I'm not mistaken, the latest revision is 48 hours, 2 days.
Right.
I forgot to bring the actual statute with me.
So the revision 2 days.
But there are obligation on the data user, on the companies.
The companies.
The data user is the companies.
I see.
We are data subject.
Let's see. That mean, alright, company also responsible, government also responsible. Now we're talking about the people itself because, as we know together, not everybody actually understand technology.
Yeah.
Is there any program maybe the Malaysian government do to educate that not only the general people but also maybe the general people in general, like not only the students in cyber or maybe people who work in computer scientists?
The government launched many campaigns, radio, television, even online. There are campaigns about a few campaigns, simple campaign. For example, tak pasti jangan kongsi. It's like to prevent the circulation of fake news.
Yes.
Tak pasti meaning if you are not sure the authenticity of the news, jangan kongsi. Please do not share. Tak pasti jangan kongsi. It's very catchy. Tak pasti jangan kongsi. Meaning if you are not sure the truth of the news, please don't simply forward it to your other friend. This time around, sharing is not caring anymore.
Yes.
Because you need to check the validity of the news before you can share it. And then there are other campaigns as well. Why is illegal online is also illegal offline. Why is illegal offline is also illegal online. And there are many campaigns, and started from the primary school, anak sekolah dasar, and then up to high school, and then up to the university, and then to the public. There are many campaigns to raise awareness. Be careful with the new media. Be careful with the new technology. It can be double-edged sword. It can be useful for you, but at the same time, it also can be harmful to you.
Yes. So it's really start from really early age.
Yeah.
Is it problematic for the students to understand this such abstract concept?
No, make it easier, make it simpler.
It's very simpler.
Simpler. And then use attractive. Perhaps you can use cartoons.
Cartoons.
And then sometimes Upin Ipin also deliver the message.
I see.
As simple as Upin Ipin.
I see.
There are deliver the message, and then there are 30-second clips. 30-second clip from the government on the television and so on and so forth, and they share on the media social.
So this means it's not really like a formal environment, but it's much more close to who the target audience are from cartoons, and then maybe we can start from actual text until later the professor get the full paper only.
No, but you need to be creative to reach the target group. You need to be creative. Of course, you cannot give talk to a student, 7 years old student for 30 minutes. No, definitely they will run away. Then you create a catchy song, interesting mascot, Upin Ipin, and so on and so forth.
I thought there was like, then we invite a master or maybe a professor about this cyber thing to the elementary and then give speech like 2 hours.
No, it's not going to be effective at all.
Yeah.
It's not going to be effective at all. Boring.
Because so this really basically about how we approach them.
The method must be useful. The method must be appropriate.
I see. So, but then that's mean it's also become one of the challenge, right, to actually deliver it, because in Indonesia, sometimes our target audience does not really meet the target audience, because when we plan it, the one who make it don't really actually know what the one who get it wants it, and the one who get it also don't really feel that this is interesting enough, or maybe sometimes this is hard to understand the concept and so on. Yeah, how about that? Is there any maybe some creative approach?
Number one, this is a common subject. Need cooperation from all parties.
Need cooperation.
Okay, so to reach the student at the primary school, 7 years old, 8 years old, you need to get the attention of Ministry of Education. So need collaboration for all parties. Ministry of Education, Ministry of Higher Education for uni student, Ministry of Digital who in charge of all digital technology and so on and so forth. And then, of course, at the same time, you need cooperation from the parent as well. And then we need to do it together.
Yes.
We need to do it together. We need to have a sense of belonging. This is our real concern. It is not only for the police. It's not only for the school. This is our common problem. We share it together. So we must make it happen. Please make it happen. So it's a joint effort by everyone, by all parties.
I see. So the approach is not make it as a one goal, but as
No,
is
holistic approach.
holistic, a collective effort.
Collective effort.
from everyone. So
Yeah.
to make this environment as our as we want.
Yeah.
It's really interesting, but
Togetherness,
because but that's really become one of the challenges to get all everybody to aware that this is important for the future. I mean,
But if you realize it is not only for it is for the nation, then we should work together.
yes, that's the hard part, to get everyone together, because I also see that sometimes some people say like, why we need technology when we cannot guarantee that it will help us, and so on and so on. And then some like, we are not anti-technology but then persist to keep using it unlawfully and so on. And then when the government make regulation with the good intent that to protect the kids, for example, to limit that information, then someone's like, oh, this is internet censorship. I think that means it's also a common problem in Malaysia.
Number one, the minister in charge should reach out the people. For example, when the government is planning to have new bullying law, they conduct roadshows to almost every state in the country.
Oh, so they reach to the audience first.
The public, and then they have public consultation. They advertise their website, and then they ask opinion from the public. There's engagement with the public, NGOs, and so on and so forth. So they do not only stay in KL, but they go to every state.
Oh, they
have roadshows, and then the public can give opinion and so on and so forth.
Is it like a separate department or under the Ministry of Digital?
Under the ministry, under the relevant ministry, we have under Minister of Prime Minister Department, but there is one minister in charge, Dr. Azalina. Is the one who is in charge of the law.
Oh, so she will go to every state
to conduct roadshow and so on and so forth. Work together, Ministry of Digital.
Oh, so then the response get from the people will become consideration.
Yeah, it's collective responsibility of the cabinet anyway. The collective responsibility of the all ministers, right? At the end of the day, like I always said, it's the government of the people, by the people, for the people.
It's really because it for us, by us, from us as well. It's really interesting concept. Alright then, so but thinking about that, I think it's really interesting to also think what exactly we want to achieve. Like, we understand everybody that we at the end of the day we always want the best, but is there any specific goal, like maybe we want to become the best in Asia, or maybe something?
That's always the target.
That's always the target.
That's always the target. We should the sky is the limit. We should not limit ourselves. The sky is the limit. Try to be the best in any aspect. Try to be the best. But of course, we need effort. We need to push hard. Use different method, different ways to achieve it.
So it's really, there is no limit. The limit is ourselves then.
The sky.
The sky is the limit. I mean, with the technology really shows that everything is limitless right now, because that's really the goal, to create something that people will have, and people will, how do I say, like one day we want something to be achieved, and today we prepare it, and then tomorrow we already have achieved it. I think that's really the interesting concept. And then, Doctor, if I may ask, what is your wish for the future? Because considering technology is something that is always changing in every generation.
My wish. We have we can guarantee to our younger generation that the cyber world is safe. If there are any irresponsible individuals, we can enforce the law without fear or favor, regardless of the background of the offenders. Enforcement must be very good. If not, the law will be useless.
Yes, social justice. Everyone deserves the right.
Of course, we can hope that we have the best law, but we need to make sure that the enforcement is at par with the law as well.
Because by the end of the day, the law is for us, and us as the law itself. It's really interesting talk. I think that's. How about maybe a message for the future generation? Because as we know, what we do today become a digital footprint, become a visited history. If I can ask, what is your message for the future generation? Because maybe they will one day find us together here, and then they will learn, oh, so this is what happened in Indonesia. Oh, this is how Indonesia and Malaysia. I would say, like, I will wish the future generation to have a really safe cyberspace, because at the end of the day, the safe is what human needs, because we always want something better, but also at the same time sometimes we are also the threat for everyone else.
Yeah, I think the same thing like everybody else, every other countries as well. We are trying to provide a better for the younger generation, for the future generation.
We always wish the best for them,
wish the
because
best.
they are the one who will continue our
we
legacy.
are going to inherit this world to the younger generation. We are going to inherit whatever we have today to our younger generation, to our child, to our grandchildren, and so on and so forth. So the effort must start now. Don't wait tomorrow or next year or next 2 years, next 10 years now. Start now. Don't delay it. Start immediately.
Just immediately. What can be done today must be achieved today.
Must be achieved today.
I see. It's really interesting. I think that's all for today.
Right.
Thank you very much, Dr.
Thank you.
Iza.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. And then for everyone also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the video in our podcast today, because who knows, maybe next time we get more interesting, and then also can invite you to join our podcast in the future. I am Faiz, out from this podcast. See you together and see you next time in the next episode. Goodbye.